This NFL recap week 7 and Monday night props edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is presented by WynnBet. Bet $100 at WynnBet and get $100 free bet. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WYNNBET to claim your free bet today. We're also brought to you by the SGPN merch store. Use the promo code NFCBeast for 15% off. Active until the Eagles or Giants lose their next game.
Hey, this is LeGarrette Blunt, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Long, Cox.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Ooh, welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, second the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Dan motherfucking Jones. Say his name, Sean. Set 100 yards on the ground.
We speak his name.
What else does this man have to do? Practice squad receivers out there dropping the ball.
He was getting a little chippy.
Man, so much unfortunate outcomes of short sample size regression. Take your fucking spreadsheets and your cheese and your dark birds and your pussy ass cats that occasionally kill other animals and shove them all up your ass.
I love how you're calling out Jaguars.
Jaguars are pussies. Ravens pussies. What else? What other animals have we? A packer, cheese. Everyone knows.
Shove it up your arse.
You know, I was told by the great vegan lords that I shouldn't eat that filthy dairy. Now I know. Soft just deserves to be in someone's ass. Not mine. Theirs. Feeling good right now, Sean. How about you?
I'm feeling great as well. Hit the Seattle Seahawks as a sweet money line dog.
Wait, nice job. I shouldn't say I'm feeling that great.
Yeah,
it's a small price to pay. This was my worst week of the season, Sean.
What do you attribute that to?
The shout out to the social team, but the second that graphic went out about how hot I was.
Wow, throwing the social team under the bus.
No, I'm not a man to blame other extraneous sources or say you call them jinxes.
You don't look in the rear view mirror, Ryan. You look in the mirror.
I don't, but I was evaluating my process, and here quick takeaways before we get into the recap. Shame on me for getting tricked into locking up Jared Goff, and shame on us for diving into this goddamn Texans franchise. What are we doing to ourselves?
It's a rough start for the.
Gosh darn it!
Watch your language.
That was for
Ryan.
Lovie Smith.
It is a rough start to the AFC South flow chart. Although, man, Indianapolis, the Colts were driving for that backdoor cover. It set up perfectly. They were down 19-10. They were gonna get a garbage touchdown that no one cared about. And then the receiver fumble. The receiver fumbles are what have killed more bets to me than my entire life. What a wild ride though, Rod. Hey, we got. We're gonna recap all the Week 7 NFL action, of course, and then close it out with our favorite Monday night props. And of course, the locker line is open. Call in. Feel free to shove whoever you want in the locker, or
speak directly to members of the 6 Win Club.
Yes. Ryan
exclusive.
and I in the 6 Win Club. Dolphins,
anyone else in here?
Dolphins still can't pop that champagne.
No, not in here.
Nope. And sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. Hop in the chat. We will be taking your calls live. Hopefully you went over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet and hopefully you cashed big. Of course, bet big, win bigger. We're going to be giving out our own same game parlay, AKA building our own bets. That's right. It's hard work, but someone's got to do it. And again, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/WynnBet. Bet $100, get a $100 free bet, and the WynnBet Biggest Winners Club Shout out to the guy on Twitter who sent me a. I think he bet $5. He won like $1,100 on a crazy parlay. The only problem was he didn't place it on WynnBet. Not eligible for the WynnBet Biggest Winners Club. He should have put it on WynnBet. Good chance he could have been sitting on another $1,000 free bet, including what he already won. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/WYNNBET. Offer subject to change. Terms and conditions at WynnBet.com. Must be 21 or older and present in the state where playthrough WynnBet is available. If you or someone you know is a game, we'll probably call 1-800-522-4700. Joining Ryan, the phone line, the Discord line.
I'm already here.
Well,
they're going to say joining me on the line.
Joining me on the line, you know him from all the SGPN podcasts he does, including the NBA podcasts, Mr. Terrell Furman. What's happening, Terrell?
What's going on, fellas? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Are you in a tunnel?
I am not in a tunnel. I am in a car.
Okay.
Almost at the house.
You must be on your way to the 6 Win Club. There's great reception in here.
Oh, we're already there. And I was gonna come up here and tout. And say how me and Kobe gave out a monster parlay in the college football experience earlier, JV football, as you like to say.
Of course.
I came to tout, but I would much rather shove Joe fucking Judge into a locker.
Yes.
Because this same New York football Giants team is 6-1, and dare I say, a top 5 team in the NFL today.
Well, be careful. If the spreadsheet nerds are listening, they would tell you the Giants are still a bottom 5 team. Wins don't actually matter.
Not in my model.
Here's
so if your model doesn't reflect wins or doesn't help predict wins, then what's the point of the model?
Here's the hilarious part. The spreadsheet nerds are having a hard problem with their models. Actual wins, like once the stuff they can no longer project, it's starting to become harder and harder to not add up to enough wins to make the playoffs, and the very mediocre 3 games clear of the Rams, 3 games clear of the Packers, the Bucks.
Oh my God.
I mean, fortunately the division's tough this year, because otherwise
you'd be running away with it, Ryan.
Well, Sean, no I in team.
No I in team.
But God, Terrell, what a day. What a time to be alive. And just the way it's happening too. Those Joe Judge teams, they would have been losing those fumbles. They wouldn't have been getting those defensive holding calls to negate a Dan Jones interception that no one's going to talk about now. We're not going to talk about that bad interception. I was going to
talk about it
because it didn't happen. It wasn't a real play in a real football game, Sean. So we don't talk about things that aren't real. But absolutely fire time to be a New York Giants fan.
I mean, it's just great to be back on this side of things. This is a joy that I haven't had in a while. And so now that we're here, we're going to bask in it. We're 100% going to bask in it. And if you thought that I was annoying or that I was somebody that you didn't want to hear from, don't let you meet me when the football New York Giants are good, because my gosh. I've already sent out disclaimers. I've already told everybody that I apologize, because a lot of people haven't met me. They haven't met that kind of me yet. It's been a while. So I've already put out disclaimers. I'm going to let the NBA Gambling Podcast know that there's going to be some NFL talk, and I'm going to, it happens. It happens when the Giants are good.
We're going to get those negative reviews. Stick to basketball.
Please at really real __ negative reviews, all of that. I love it. Please do it, because we're 6-1.
There you go. See that?
Wow. And it is weird times.
It is a fucking one too, because it's the Cowboys.
Now you got the Giants fan chirping off. We got Dryden in the YouTube chat saying, "Calm down, boys. Jonnu Smith and Pete Carroll coming to town next week." Unironically, if we have Seahawks fans talking shit against Giants fans in what could be the game of the week,
why they're not flexing it over that crap Packers Bills matchup? And
it is crazy.
And
by the way, the NFL's awesome.
Sean, if we took this moment in time and we tried to explain it to ourselves in May,
I was on the Seahawks over.
There is no way you would be thinking this is a potential.
No, there's no way. You thought they'd go over, but you didn't think they'd be doing what they're doing now.
I did. Well, yeah, I had them 7-10. That's over.
Yeah. I mean, Gino's got big balls. I'll give him that. I will say there's two quarterbacks, and Mariota didn't fare as well today, but two older quarterbacks who are playing like their dicks are as big as their legs and as thick as their quads, because as if the career's over if they don't do something.
Kramer asked me, he's like, what's going on with Gino? Like, why is this happening? I go, look at every time he drops back, he steps into the pocket, he's confident as hell, and then he delivers a dart. Like,
Pete Carroll said, "I don't give a fuck if you throw interceptions."
Pete Carroll is building an offense that suits him, and in very much the same way that they're doing with Danny Dimes.
Dan Jones. Dan Jones. His name change was critical in this whole thing.
They're building an offense
Danny Dimes definitely loses games. I need you to take that back.
Danny,
we can't hear no Danny Dimes talk.
Well, Dimes implies he's throwing footballs. You're right. So Dan Jones, new level quarterback where throwing's not required. It's like, I don't know. I mean, some of the stuff he's doing, it must be high level, but like Brian Daboll, the stuff he's having him do, it's like design runs, boot action, easy completions, taking a couple shots, giving Saquon the ball. I mean, how did none of these other coaches think of this?
Because they're bad coaches. There's more Urban Meyers out there than there are Brian Dabolls. I mean, bottom line, Harbaugh's looking like a fool for firing Wink too. Not to make this a Giants podcast.
No,
how was he on the open market? When you watch the Browns play defense, you watch the Chargers, you watch the entire AFC not name the Bills play defense. Wink Martindale was available last year for hire.
And I know we're mostly keeping to the 6-win club here, but the Jets being what are they, 5-2?
Oh, they're hanging out with us tonight.
Like, are you kidding me? The Jets?
100%. Scott and I will be having a glorious victory lap of our wins in all of our podcasts this week. Make sure you tune in.
The Jets are a half game back on the Bills. Like this is one of the better NFL seasons of all time.
And you think about the quarterbacks that are hanging out in that 5 and 6 win club. You got Pat Mahomes and Josh Allen with no other than Zach Wilson, and I would imagine Joe Flacco gets let in because he got a couple of those wins. Then you have Kirk Cousins. You have Jalen Hurts, and you have fucking Dak Prescott / Cooper Rush and Dan Jones.
Changing of the guard for NFL quarterbacks.
Where you at, Tom Brady? Hey, Matty Stafford, what you doing down there?
Hey, Terrell, thanks for calling in, man.
No problem. Let it ride, fellas.
Let it ride. All right. We're going to roll some more calls here again. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/discord. So you can hop in on the live pregame, postgame calls. Joining us on the line, Bill superfan Patrick Fisher. What's up, Patrick?
Hey guys, how are you doing? Did you guys win much this weekend?
Survived. Won a couple bucks. I mean, I was still riding the sweet Juwan Johnson bet as far as a mega win, but
it's a bad week for me.
Moneyline dogs, not bad.
Bad week for me to get confident on the NFL moneyline round robin strategy.
What about you?
Sorry.
No. Go ahead. What? How you doing?
Well, I would like to nominate the Detroit Lions to stuff in a locker because they had 5 turnovers, a fumble at the 1-yard line, and the Dallas Cowboys did not look good. I know they covered that spread, and I would say fade the Cowboys hard next week, but they're playing the Bears, and there's 3 teams on my do not bet list, and the Bears is one of them. So I don't know. But all I can say is that screw the Lions. I will not bet on them the rest of this season. And that's all I got. I just needed a vent on that one. That was bad.
Anyway,
right, so guys. The real takeaway is Jared Goff, Dan Campbell on the road. The trend, the bye week, the back off the bye trend really failed us in every single scenario. Failed us this week, and
we thought we were so smart when we did the deep dive, the research in the office.
What I'm pissed is I got that. You asked me what do I attribute this bad week to. I think I got away from the handy. I think I was worrying too much about these fucking trends. I was gathering data to prove my point. I was framing they call that framing data, which trouble. So we're already fixing the process. Me and the team, we've already been evaluating the props for Monday night are fire.
Research Flat Earth, of course, in the YouTube chat saying, I think quietly the Bengals are rounding into the absolute powerhouse they're meant to be. Again, they seemed like, the game before against the Saints, kind of the old Bengals that we saw, and especially against a team without a pass rush like the Falcons.
I think that's the bigger story. We've seen them now multiple times do pretty well against teams that don't have much of a pass rush. So again, we just have to be more cognizant of that. I kind of ignored it because I thought the interior rush might be able to do something, and it turned out that. And then Terrell going down just kind of made the problem worse. Anyway, we should roll through the game, Sean.
Yeah, we got a couple more callers we're gonna get through here, Ryan. Joining us on the line. Coming back, double dipping from the Golf Gambling Podcast, Mr. Boston Capper. What's up, Capper?
Good, boys. Today was pretty fucking miserable. So how much is too much money to lay on the Pats tomorrow night? Laying 8.
I mean, boy, I wish I didn't tease.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
I had them in some really juicy teasers, and then it turned out the Colts couldn't cover 8.5.
Oh my god!
And Tom Brady going through the fucking. How can't the Bucks cover fucking 6.5 versus Carolina? The mod squad they put out there? What's that guy's name? PJ fucking Walker? Like, are you serious? Like Brady? Like, listen, Giselle. Oh, Giselle fucked that kid up back in New England too. Wes Welker can't catch the ball too. Like, god damn it, man. Giselle is the devil.
Oh wow! You think this is some sort of curse? We were so focused on Aaron Rodgers.
Giselle Bundchen is a witch, I think.
Well, we were focused on Aaron Rodgers' witch girlfriend, but it turned out that maybe it was Tom Brady's off the field situation.
I did somehow see that popped up, Ryan. I know you're fucking around, but there was a theory going on Twitter that Giselle Bundchen is a witch and that she was using her witch powers to help Tom Brady succeed. And then now that they're breaking up, she has reversed the witch powers.
Play the X-Files music.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Brady won before that Brazilian bitch came in and ruined his game.
Yeah, but she was helping extend his career. Witches have been known to do that.
I feel like that was just the pact with the devil. It had nothing to do with Giselle.
I love how Boston Capper seriously answered the witch question.
This is interesting.
We burn witches up around Salem. We don't allow witches. Because if they float, they're a witch. If they drown, they died an honest death.
Because if I did believe,
we got rid of all the witches. There are no more witches.
If I believed in witches would have that kind of power.
Yeah. Capper, give us one prop bet for Monday night.
Mac Jones over whatever passing yards. He's going to go up and show Bailey Zappi how it is really to throw the fucking ball. Matt Patricia, Jesus Christ! Like he's just going to throw the ball. He's gonna stop listening to Matty and throw the fucking ball.
All right. Thanks for calling in, Capper. Let it ride. Check him out on the Golf Gambling Podcast. One last caller, Ryan. Then we'll get to the recap. Joining us on the line, never soggy, always crunchy. He's probably here to brag about his Cowboys. What's up, Serial?
What's up, guys? You know, I had to get a little cloud in there. We as well was in the club. What the 5-2? We'll be 6-2 next week, so we'll be joining there soon.
There's a bit. It's like the rides at the amusement park. There is an asterisk. You have to be at least in the top 2 spots in your division. So third place, you might not be able to get in.
And the Commanders won, Ryan. Any chance all 4 NFC East teams make it into the playoffs?
Yep.
Give Carson.
That's division of football going for the sweep today.
NFC Beast. Remember that NFC Beast. 15% off the SGPN merch store.
Oh, still live, eh?
Yeah, still live. All right, Serial. Who are you throwing in the locker? Who annoyed you bet wise?
Bet wise, probably the Packers. Packers were probably the most annoying bet wise, but any Lions fans, any Jags fans can also walk their way to the locker. Thought you guys were going to win this game or at least cover. No, you weren't.
It was a tough day for predatory animals. I'll say that.
Yeah. Bad news for the Predators. All right. Thanks, Serial. Appreciate you calling in, man. Let it ride.
No problem. Let it ride, guys.
Good to hear from you.
Even the Falcons lost. Bengals won though. I guess they're Predators as well.
Well, you know, it's always going to be tough for the animal related mascots when the Bills and the Eagles are both on buys, Ryan.
Of course.
All right. Let's start getting through this recap. Arizona going back to Thursday night, 42-34 all over Arizona. I mean, obviously the Saints, Andy Dalton, who somehow we didn't talk about the stat, but now 0-12 in prime time, back-to-back pick sixes. That is going to help you cover a spread.
Yeah, I mean, he's still he's not horrible. Definitely had some moments of being horrible. Arizona, I don't know what to make of this team. It kind of starts down the path that we already laid out, which is Kyler gets the win, everyone's happy for him, and then he gets a 10-day time period to play nothing but Call of Duty, the new one that just came out. That came out right before the last game, and so
they took off the regulators.
Any days off between the last game? I mean, look, D Hop's back. D Hop was heavily used. Hopefully, you caught the props episode and you laid. I mean, hopefully, if you're on Twitter, you saw also once D Hop put out his own hype video that you immediately ran to the window because what he put up 10 catches, a touchdown, over 100 yards. So my plus 320. Shout out to me, D Hop plus 320 to go 100 yards. That in hindsight, that seemed very easy. More than a 8-point dog on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
And then obviously Juwan Johnson, 2 touchdowns, 30-1. One more time for it. Cowboys.
I totally forgot about that.
Cowboys 24, Lions 6. Man, Lions, you had this cover all along. I mean, Patrick Fisher nailed it. 5 turnovers. And we're silly forever believing in the Lions in this situation on the road.
That gave them chances.
Dak did not look good. I know we're completely biased, but I mean, did Dak look good? Like
Detroit had been pretty porous up until that point.
Yeah, and 24 points. Some of that was like, it was pretty much like a 10-6 game for most of it. And then in obvious pass situations, Jared Goff is going to completely collapse. That's what happened. Jags 17, New York Giants 23. Giants got the outright win. I just can't believe that the Jags were favored. Like this Jags team, Goldilocks, a complete disappointment. We were all over the idea that, hey, I was completely out on the Jags. I said, hey, but maybe a small sprinkle on Doug P, Coach of the Year, because if it does somehow work, he's going to get that award. Other than that, I'm completely fading him. And they were 2-1, and everyone's like, oh. These Jags, man, this is the year. See, everyone says how bad Urban Meyer was. Yeah, Urban Meyer sucked, but also the Jags sucked. Like people. All right, those both things can be true.
I watched every snap of this game.
Yeah,
they were good, and then when the moment got big, they weren't, and that was the difference.
Then the porridge wasn't right.
I mean, I don't know. How do you measure that in a fucking spreadsheet? Like ETN is fucking dynamic, but then he's also a little small, and then he fumbles near the goal line, and it's like a really lucky play, and people will point to that as like, well, this is why they lost in the stat sheet, but I don't know. At some point, is that all going to regress, or in the next 7, 8, 9 games of the season? I don't know.
Chance Larson in the YouTube chat saying Packers plus 10.5. versus the Bills, largest spread as an underdog in Rodgers' career. That is crazy. And
Bills have been fucking people up at home. I don't know if I'm going to fuck with that.
And if you listen to Rodgers, he goes, "Oh, I think it's the best thing that could ever happen to us."
Oh man,
his eyes look real weird. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, this is like episode 4 in the season when the main character hits rock bottom.
Titans, Colts, kind of already hit on it. Super ugly game. The pick 6 was the difference. Had a chance to backdoor, it didn't. Titans got the win in the cover. I guess it's the Titans division to lose right now. I mean, I don't know what else to say about this division except that it pretty much sucks.
Gets in the way of Malik Willis playing, I think, because they're competitive.
Does hurt their case.
We kind of laid out
although Malik Willis did find his way into. They ran one end around to Malik Willis. He immediately fumbled it.
Well, Tannehill looked like he was hurt, and then so they played Malik Willis, and then they said, "Oh, we'll keep him out here, and they'll run a jet sweep to our backup quarterback," which horribly, comically ended with a fumble, and then now they're winning. So their secret tank that we highlighted in the preseason maybe is failing. Because they're winning in spite of not having their first round pick. They're winning games in spite of giving away AJ Brown. They're still winning games and in first place. So I don't know. And the flow chart failed. I'm kind of sad about that.
Rough start to the flow chart.
It's a small sample size, Sean, as I say.
Bengals 35, Falcons 17. Falcons finally 6-1 ATS, not 7-0 ATS. It's just Bengals against teams who can't rush the passer. Joey B went off, was looking really good. They kept him in very late into the game, and he was taking a ton of shots, like running the ball. Zach Taylor's got to realize there's 17 games in the season.
Yeah, I mean, there are some coaches that it just doesn't seem like they have the elevator doesn't make it all the way to the top floor. Sean, why was Burrow in there? Why were any of those key players in there? It didn't seem to make sense, and they were still playing in a fashion where they I don't know. I mean, Burrow was taking hits that could have definitely injured him, and in some ways, this is the kind of thing where now I'm going to start rooting for these like horrible things to happen to him. It's like, fuck you guys. Like, I'm not trying to get a backdoor cover here, although I was. But now the Bengals are who we thought they were, right?
Yeah. No,
but aren't they going to aren't they just going to continue to struggle when they play good teams?
I said they completely look like that Bengals of last year, where if you can't rush the passer, and even if you can, like, the Titans had what, like 7 sacks in that playoff game. Even if you can rush the passer, they still show up.
That's the Bengals almost lost to the Titans. Burrow almost didn't happen because of Ryan Tannehill.
It's crazy,
but it happened.
Cleveland Browns 20, Baltimore Ravens 23. Locked it up. Of course, Ryan probably would have locked it up because it was the close your eyes special. Close your eyes special moved to 4-2 now.
Which is nice.
Yeah, which is a good little run for the close your eyes special. Again, real ugly game. Browns. I think we hit on the Nick Chubb over rushing yards. You push the rushing attempts, and
I lost 16.5.
Oh, it was 16
because fucking Stefanski forgets about his running backs from series at a time.
How do you not give?
Shotgun. Let me work the ball around with Brissett. Why,
dude? They're running. They try and run some of the plays the Bengals run. It's like Jacoby Brissett is not Joe Burrow, and you don't have Jamar Chase. You have Amari Cooper and like David Njoku. They like drop him back, and he's running around. And the Ravens probably should have covered this, but they just blow games. They blow covers. They should not be big favorites in any sort of game.
And speaking of the Bengals, the Browns have the Bengals next week on Monday night. Browns -3.
What, at home?
Mm-hmm. Pass rush. That's an interesting spot right there. I'm sorry, Bengals -3.
Yeah, I was gonna say that seemed a little wonky there. Tampa Bay 3, Carolina Panthers 21. I don't know if I would have switched my pick, but if we picked this game pre Christian McCaffrey trade, there's certainly this is the classic game of like, those guys are professionals. They get paid. They get paid to play football. You don't think they're going to get up for this game? And also on the other side, there's some witch shit going on because Mike Evans dropping that touchdown. If he catches that touchdown,
different game.
It's a completely different game. I'm still shocked that this Tampa Bay team is so talented that you can't get anything going on the offense.
We say snake bitten, but maybe we got to figure out something to do with a spell or lack of a spell. I don't know. Do you think it was Brady's bad play though? It wasn't just Brady.
Some of that.
So it's
just this weird. They're snake bitten, and
you're gonna take you want to ruin my family. I'm gonna ruin your team.
This is just
women are vindictive.
This is
he crossed the wrong bitch.
I mean, I think there's a chance Bruce Arians gets coach of the year, right? Because the fact that this team looks so bad without Bruce Arians.
Who got coach of the year last year?
Who did? That's a great question.
It was Zach Taylor, right?
It was probably someone who was actually coaching.
They'll take it away from Zach Taylor for last year and give it to Bruce Arians. Be like, we're sorry, we didn't realize what you're dealing with.
In memorial.
Look. Sometimes, again, you see this actually with all of the perceived bad teams that are good. What's the common thread between the Seahawks and the Jets and the Giants? The coach is someone who seems to be able to rally a team and get the respect of other men, and they're playing together. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's not happening with Todd Bowles and this team. I mean, there does seem to be a disconnect.
The Commanders, now that they got rid of Cancer Carson, got the win against
Heineke, baby.
Against crack open a Heineke.
He's sponsored by Coors, actually. I think so.
That was pretty great. 23-21. Commanders get the win. Didn't look pretty, but I don't know what to make of this Packers offense. They got Aaron Jones going a little bit. Still, just couldn't do much more than that. Their defense played okay.
Don't have words.
I mean, Heineke was kind of all over the place. This was just the classic home dog back against the wall. We're going to show up for this game.
It's almost like they've always played this way, but they've been able to get the drive when they need it. And now they don't have Devontae Adams to go get that play, or they don't have the receivers that he trusts to go make that play to score when they need to score. And so when they have to go make those drives, it just looks horrible. And again, for a team that has won 13 games every year for 3 straight years, very much so they're not doing that this year.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say hot take.
Hot.
And they're gonna start pressing now, and we're gonna see what's this coach all about when things aren't going well, right? Like how does a team deal with adversity? They've had zero adversity for the last 3 years, basically, other than Aaron Rodgers sitting out.
This is an interesting question between these teams, and feel free to weigh in on the chat or the Discord audio line as well. Rams, Packers, Bucks. Who figures it out? And how many of those teams make it into the playoffs?
Rams of those teams. I still think Packers. Or sorry, I mean Bucks. I know it's bad. No. I know it's ugly, but between those 3 teams, I still like the Bucks. Yeah, because of their division and because of Brady. But the Packers have a similar argument because they have the Lions and the Bears and the Vikings, who they're up a win on them. But yeah, I mean, I think the Rams will be good enough to make. Like I don't think the Rams are going to miss the playoffs. Rams we haven't. The Bucks are playing like a team that shouldn't be in the playoffs, and the Packers are playing like a team that shouldn't be in the playoffs.
Rams we haven't seen post bye yet, so maybe they figure something out. But as far as those quarterbacks, Matt Stafford to me looks like the worst by like a decent margin. I know, and I would say those quarterbacks, I would put Brady first, Rodgers, and then
Stafford happily married, also can chug a beer.
Yeah,
never fucked with a witch.
He's fat and happy. He's
never
fucked
with a witch.
He's not messing with it.
He's also not fucking with a witch.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with the witch.
I think Rodgers definitely messing with a witch, and then Brady possibly as well.
Well, confirmed Rodgers is, but it seems like we have evidence that Brady is now.
Denver Broncos 9, New York Jets 16. I thought they would get the backup quarterback bump once Rippon got announced. I think we picked it. It still seemed like Russ was going to start. I thought their defense could control the game. I mean, Zach Wilson. Yeah, they let up 16 points at home. You got to be able to win. And
Brees Hall made a play basically. Like
yeah,
that was the game.
Our buddy, and now it looks like his season's over. Unfortunately, thoughts and prayers for old Brees Hall. They're good for Michael Carter best ball owners like ourselves. Ryan Ruben, our buddy who's a Broncos fan, just talking to him, you feel it's just like. Man,
165 million. I mean,
he goes, that contract's not that bad. It's 165 million guaranteed. And even as he's saying that, he starts laughing. It's got to be so frustrating because the defense is so good. And
they have receivers.
Yeah. And for a while, the Broncos, the past couple of iterations of this Broncos team was like, hey, we're really good at defense. We got a good home field advantage. Our quarterback is just average. And we just can't get over that hump. We need a franchise quarterback. They sign a franchise quarterback, and he's worse. Like if they had average quarterback play, they'd be like a top 4 AFC team.
They should have asked for Jonnu Smith in the deal.
They traded for the wrong quarterback.
If Dan Jones had these types of weapons and that kind of deal,
see, I think everyone says that, but I think the truth is, if Dan Jones had those kind of weapons, they'd be trying to use them and play in a more aggressive style would create more problems.
Here we go. Jesus I think Christ.
I think they're playing the best version of football for Dan Jones.
Yeah, winning football, 6-1 football.
Congratulations,
Dan Jones.
Do you want the plaque? Should I get the plaque ready?
I'm not the one planning parades wearing baseball jerseys.
Shout out to the Phils. We're going to the series. We'll take you down. Take you down, Astros.
Does it hurt to say it and seem excited?
No, I love the Phils. Let's go.
I know you love I mean, it's baseball, Sean. He's hanging out still.
Yeah, I got I'm laser focused. I can be laser focused and also watch Bryce Harper just dominate fucking Padres.
AKA Bryce Harper.
What do I call him? Bryce?
Yeah.
Bruce Harper.
Bryce Hall. Bryce
Hall. They're all the same. Houston Texans 20, Raiders 38. I'm done with the Texans. I mean, Davis Mills, it was just so bad, but in the first half, he looked good. It was so annoying because
you don't have a better quarterback on the roster.
Even I go to Kramer, I go, he must have done something in that bye week. He was looking good. He was hitting third and longs,
and then
he was stepping into throws. Yeah,
he's like a fighter. He looked good for the first couple of rounds, then he gets tired. It's like, oh no.
And Lovie Smith still is like playing scared, like punting on 4th and 1s. It's like, dude, you're the Texans. Roll the dice. Feel free to let it ride, Lovie.
Should pick up the phone and call Herm. Play to win the fucking game, bro.
And Josh Jacobs went off fantasy wise. Damian Pierce though still hit his prop bet. That guy is a fucking dog. I don't know when they're gonna adjust his total. What do we got here? San Francisco 49ers 23, Kansas City Chiefs 44. Kind of surprising because I thought San Francisco was getting their defense back healthy. I thought Bosa would be able to get some pressure on the Chiefs, but their offense, 49ers offense played okay. Really, it was just the defense I thought was a complete collapse.
Jimmy G's not that good.
No, he's not.
Earmuffs, Katie. Jimmy G's not that good. Look, I think they were all excited about tight end day, and they were all excited about Christian McCaffrey. And meanwhile, Patrick Mahomes was coming off a loss, and shame on us for not just. Patrick Mahomes does seem fucking dialed in. He seems like legit irritated. He lost to Josh Allen again, and the problem with the Niners team, Kyle Shanahan's still the coach, and there's nothing worse than doing this and betting on this team and then watching Kyle.
Well, and then
Shanahan.
they got Christian McCaffrey, so you're like, all right, they're gonna. And who knows? Maybe they do get a bump from their offense.
But really, the defense is the story here. They showed
especially at home
very little resistance to a Patrick Mahomes led offense that was having a hard time, moving the ball. No, shut up. No problems at all. And the Niners again, the NFC. Sean, I'm not seeing a ton of resistance in the NFC.
No, it's such a weird league this year. It's what makes this league super exciting.
And it's all, I mean, again, not to get the cart ahead of the horse, but it's all been pretty poor quarterback play. That's what's been dragging these teams down.
Bad quarterback play and then good quarterback play from people you thought were bad quarterbacks.
The quote bad teams that are having surprise starts are all getting like quarterbacks that are actually playing good, and that. It's crazy to say, but Dan Jones, fucking stud right now.
Can we get a Dan Jones count on this episode? It's got to be crazy.
I'm very aroused right now to play a Dan Jones using his legs. I mean, they just took it to the Jags run defense that I was corrected into being told that they were a good run defense. Didn't work out. 200-yard rushers, Sean. Colby would love this brand of football. Moving on,
Ryan. Moving on. All right, what do we got here? We got Seattle winning outright, cashing my plus 210. 37-23. Breaking news, Ryan. When are we going to talk about Justin Herbert? Maybe not good.
No, it's not Herbert.
Justin Herbert has never had a winning record as a quarterback so far. Is that not a red flag? He's got amazing arm talent. Maybe the guy just doesn't win games.
Another fraud. You're saying Dan Jones is better than Justin Herbert?
No, I'm not saying that.
If Dan Jones had the weapons that Justin Herbert had around him,
I think they wouldn't have won as many games.
I think a couple of things are true. Brandon Staley is not a good coach.
Yes, that's 100% true.
I think we started looking into it deeper, but the Vic Fangio coaching tree is littered with nothing but people who have failed.
Yeah.
And Brandon Staley is probably the king of the just because I look young, I must be smart and use spreadsheets and be like the Cliff Kingsbury crowd.
New Sean McVay, basically.
Stefanski's in that club. I mean, basically all the guys that we were making fun of, like Arthur Smith, he's not Arthur Smith, Pete Carroll, they're not in the club. All these young kids that wear their polos and they actually trim their beards, they're in the club. And at this point, I love fucking Pete Carroll. Who knew Pete Carroll made Russ so fucking good? No one can convince me otherwise now. Geno Smith is playing exactly like Russ did. He's taking the reason the offense is explosive is because they're taking those shots down the field, and he's doing it with Lockett. He's doing it with fucking Goodwin. He's doing it with whoever. Unfucking believable. Russ was the problem, Sean.
It's
and they
crazy.
con the world and they got picks out of it.
And they asked Pete Carroll about what he saw from Ken Walker, and he goes, "Hell of a draft pick."
Hell of a draft pick. A lot of people making fun of him for that draft pick.
Were we one of them? I forget.
I would say, like, my take was,
I thought we were like crazy to take a running back in the first round, probably, right?
No, our take was, well, he has a plan this year. He's going to run the ball a lot, and he wants to have a lot of good running backs. And so you can't kill the guy again. These
Pete
bad
Carroll,
teams that are good had a plan. Like, they actually had some of these teams that were supposed to be good clearly didn't have a fucking plan. Seattle had a plan. They had a fucking plan. And guess what? They drafted 2 tackles and they made them good. How are the fucking Cincinnati Bengals signing dudes that are supposed to be good and they're just complete dog shit? At what point do we start blaming Joe Burrow for his offensive line problems? Ooh. You want to start? I'll return serve on your hot take. Well, I mean,
no. Burrow definitely holds on to the ball too long, and deserves some of the blame. It's
like a built-in crutch for him though, because everyone's like, yeah, if he only had a better offensive line.
No, I get it, Herbert. It's like eye test. It just makes some throws where you're like, dude, holy shit, that guy's good.
You're saying he's basically Jeff George, strong arm.
Yeah, he's gonna get he's gonna be around the league for a long time.
You've seen those commercials? He's awful. That's the problem, Sean. He was doing all those fucking commercials in the offseason. He's new to that shit. All right, yes. Did we already do Sunday Night Football? Kind of.
No, we talked about it a little bit up top. Steelers got the cover +7. Tua, 5 turnover worthy plays. Steelers couldn't cash in on any of them. Even with that, they still had a chance to win the game on that final drive. And Kenny Pickett, instead of running the ball, just threw an interception. All my Tua takes, they're coming out. They're popping up out of that grave because they are alive and well. Tua did not look good.
Yeah, I mean, I saw the compilations of Pittsburgh dropping 4 interceptions.
And I would also say this, that the Steelers defense, when they get TJ Watt back, they're going to be very good. They played a very good game. They just dropped a bunch of interceptions.
What's their record now? 2-5.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of screwed. Although
when does Watt come back?
I don't know, because he had to get that knee cleaned out. They play the Eagles next week. That's going to be a tough game for them. They're 2-5 right now, 2 games back, but they have division games left. They've only, I think, played 2 in division. I don't know. They're not that horrible. They just, again, Kenny Pickett, rookie. He had a couple nice drives and some. I mean, that throw to Pickens in the end zone was very good. Like, they're close to being an okay team. I don't know.
Sorry, Sean. I'm just watching TJ Watt warm up before this game. So he's close.
He must be closer than I thought. So
did a 40-minute pregame warm up on the field tonight.
Wow.
Monday night or Sunday night. So they're much better with him. I mean, I certainly think Tomlin he can still make it to above 500. Is 9-8 still 7? So they have 7-3. They'd have to go.
I think their win total of 8 and 9 is still.
You think 8 and 9? It's doable.
It's still hanging around because I think
Kenny Pickett looked like a dude who could be a dude. I think he looked.
They're not that bad. They're close.
Pickett looked better than I didn't think Pickett was going to be very good. Pickett looks like he's got it looks like a quarterback it factor.
Well, and again, you want to talk about fake sharps, Mike McDaniel. You got some of his decision not to kick a field goal and go up 2 scores, which thank you, Mike McDaniel. Appreciate you helping get the Steelers the cover. Chris Collinsworth is like,
field goals are for pussies.
I'll tell you, I like analytics, but that is not analytics.
I caught that. He goes, yeah, he's like, I'm all into numbers too, but we're talking about 1% here.
Yeah. A lot of these come down to 51-49 and you're going to be wrong 49% of the time, but you got to kick that field goal, Mike. You got to do it.
It's like hitting on a 2 against the 12 or a 12 against the 2. You just got to do the same thing every time.
No, this to me is like, this to me was like you had 17 and they were showing the dealer was showing a 6 and you hit.
Soft 18 against a 10. You're a pussy over there. I'm going to hit my 3. Let's go.
No, you clearly kick the field goal and go up 2 scores, especially when you factor in the opponent and it's
Sean,
Kenny Pickett on the road in the rain.
This is my favorite bit when we're watching 2 conservative teams play, and I say they got to they're down 14 and they got to kick a field goal to cut it to 2 scores. I mean, look, I think once again, just because someone is young and cares about a haircut. That's just young people care about a haircut. That doesn't mean they're smarter. This is an important point. I think this appearance thing, like these coaches that are younger aren't any smarter. They just appear to be. Sean McVay might be, but all the other ones, I don't know if they are. Shanahan included. I'm just getting hot over here. I mean, Dable's clearly a good coach.
Yes. Ryan, we've hit on that. I feel like
Mike Kafka. We haven't said his name yet. He had a great game plan today. Wink once again. Sean talking shit about Wink's skin. He would never say that in person.
Guy looked like a lobster was coaching defense for the.
Yeah, last time the Giants had a guy who had some questionable skin on the face, they were winning Super Bowl. So
I mean, he looks like he's about to sell Italian ice on the Jersey Shore. He's just got like a fucking like Guido gold chain. He's just like super sunburned.
He's the guy that
lemon, watermelon. You want your Italian? Get your water ice. Get your water ice.
He's going for his cheese balls.
Yeah. I got kids. Buy my fucking water ice.
Couple slices and a half dozen cheese balls.
All right, Ryan. Let's get to the Monday night props. Before we do, Monday night props brought to you by No House Advantage. You want to get down on some props? We're about to give you some of our favorite props, and you can take them and play them over at No House Advantage. You can play in their big contest where you got a chance to win $250,000 just playing over unders. Are you kidding me? Not only the NFL, but also NBA, MLB, PGA, MMA, NASCAR, or you can just play against the house. If you go 5-0, you get 20x your entry. Oh my God. Sign up today using the promo code SGPN over at nohouseadvantage.com. That's nohouseadvantage.com. Promo code SGPN. First deposit match up to $25. That's nohouseadvantage.com. Promo code SGPN for a first deposit match up to $25. Kramer.
Yes, sir.
How say you? I'll let you go first.
All right. Should I start with? I'll start with an over.
Okay, it's fun.
I have the more I've thought about this, and shout out to whoever the play-by-play guy was when the Giants were playing the Bears, but basically called out the fact, or no, it was the Redskins, aka the Commanders, that the strategy should actually be to leave the receivers a little open, so that Justin Fields doesn't use his legs. I think I got to imagine Belichick will do the same. So I think they're gonna have some opportunities. I'm going to the Cole Kmet well, Sean. Cole Kmet over 2.5 receptions plus 140.
Really? Wow. So
I wanted to pick a receiver. I have to imagine he's going to invite non-threatening throws. So why the easiest throw is to the tight end. I think Belichick wants anything but to get beat with Justin Fields' legs. And I think if I'm Belichick and you want to shut down the run and you want to make Justin Fields throw the ball, because he's going to create interceptions for you. So step one, we're going to do one positive thing. We're going to say Cole Kmet gets over 2.5 receptions, because I think he gets some crap ones. It's plus 140, which seemed, again.
Yeah, I've completely given up all hope on Cole Kmet with this current offense. I am taking it over for receiving yards for David Montgomery. He's gotten over 10.5 receiving yards 4 out of his last 5 games. I think you're gonna need to give Justin Fields easy completions. David Montgomery, you can get this in 1, maybe 2 completions. They're gonna run some screen stuff to him. Nick Chubb got this last week against the Patriots. I think 10.5 is very reasonable. All it takes is 1 screenplay. So give me David Montgomery over 10.5 receiving yards.
All right. They're shutting down the run. Like I said, I also think Khalil Herbert is being overvalued a little bit, because he had a nice long run last week. So I'm going to take his under 38.5 rushing yards, Sean. Again, last week you would be like, oh, he had a good week. He ran for 74 yards. It was only on 7 carries. and he was only on the field for 22% of the snaps, as compared to David Montgomery, 78% of the snaps. So we're going under with Khalil Herbert. I think not only will the Patriots slow down the running game, I think Khalil Herbert not going to get enough carries for it to matter in games where David Montgomery is healthy. 9, 4, 4, and 7. That's how many carries he got. So going under 38.5 rushing yards.
Ooh, okay. All right. I'm going Velus Jones Jr. over 3.5 receiving yards. Sounds a little crazy, but basically
receiving yards.
Yeah. He's gotten 10 and 9 receiving yards his past couple games. Basically, he's one of these young guys that they're looking to play more. Got a big jump in snap share. He went from 6% to 17%. Again, the Bears are in complete rebuild mode. I think they're going to look to play the young guys. If you're Belichick, you're not trying to shut down Velus Jones Jr. You're just not. He's not even on your radar. I think he's going to try and stop Justin Fields from running the ball.
Yeah.
And I think an easy dump off to Velus Jones Jr. over 3.5 receiving yards. Also, Eberflus has to like somehow justify his job in the draft class. He's gonna get Velus Jones a catch. So over 3.5 receiving yards.
Nice. It's pretty awesome that they offer it's almost like someone said, "Hey, can you offer a line for this guy?"
Well, it's weird
like, I mean, 3.5. The computer's spitting out 3.5. Seems off. Yeah, I would caution you. I looked into this one a little bit.
Okay.
So I was, I like to go after the deep dark first touchdown guys.
Yep.
I did come across that same nugget as you about his snap share. Unfortunately, that was from 3 to 12, and so he was still buried like 3 snaps to 12 snaps, and so he was still buried well behind Dante Pettis, St. Brown. So yeah, I mean, he could get his one catch, but
yeah, that's all we're looking for.
Yeah, I wanted to share the data I found when I was, because he's also 75 to 1 on first touchdown. And so I was looking into it. I was doing some additional research.
They gave him a design run, which is always an indicator that they're looking to get him the ball more.
No, they definitely I mean, we read about it in the offseason, right? It's why I have Justin Fields and Velus Jones on best ball teams.
Yeah.
I'm just sharing data.
No, I appreciate
this is what we
that.
do. We share data, motherfucker.
Thank you for your share.
My up, Justin Fields longest rush under 14.5 yards. Everything I said before. The strategy will be to, if you're gonna let him run, it's gonna be short stuff. It's gonna be contained stuff. I thought about playing under 7.5 carries. Justin Fields has flirted with many of his games being right on 8, 1 at 7, and it just, again, I don't think Belichick is going to be encouraging him to run, and so I was a little worried about that just because the primetime angle of Justin Fields wanting to be a dog who wins a game. So I took the longest rush will be under 14.5 yards. I don't think he breaks a big one on Belichick. Sean, what's your third prop?
You're going to be surprised by this, Ryan.
Oh, I'm never,
because I am on the Pats, but Justin Fields interception prop under 0.5. You can get it at +135. Here's the logic. He's only thrown 1 pick in his last 3 games. He's only thrown 1 pick in 3 road games. I don't think statistically, when you're only throwing the ball like 20 times, your chances of throwing an interception go way down.
What's the price?
+135. And he doesn't if the guy
pure math play.
No, also it's a eye test. He only throws the guys if they're wide fucking open. Very rarely does he try and force the ball into a tight window. Like he's not, his turnover worthy plays aren't.
I swear, dude, you're going to watch guys. Belichick is going to play some form of a zone that
I like it because it's plus odds.
We're going to watch Belichick play a defense where the first read is like a soft zone area. And he's he inviting 10-yard throws from Justin Fields, because he knows one out of 3 will be a turnover worthy throw. I just have this weird hunch about it.
Well, I mean,
I love your angle from a math play, because when you're only having 20 attempts, the price is out. There's obviously greater value in it. I feel like we're going to watch, like the Bears are going to show up thinking they're playing Connect 4, and Belichick's going to be there with like 15 chessboards ready to go.
Brian, yes. Capper wants to talk again. Should I allow him back on the show?
Sure. You should have waited till now to have him on in the first place.
Well,
we're reviewing the game tape. I'm just saying. Next time,
he's gonna sit there with his hand. He's gonna sit there with his hand up the entire show. What's up? What's up, Capper?
Fucking nerd in the.
What do you want?
I have the entire show. I barely fucking follow. Listen.
I'm listening.
Belichick is absolutely going to have a fucking game plan ready for Justin Fields and this scrub squad in the Bears. But listen, it's going to be the young kid Thornton to score the first touchdown.
Okay.
Little wide receiver screen, kid, blazing speed. Everybody shat on draft pick, as I did myself. But he looks good. And Kendrick Bourne's out. What's that? Who's that awful receiver we got from you guys?
Nelson Aguilar.
Aguilar. That guy blows too.
It's a baby fucking wheel, man.
No, I like these.
It's Thornton first touchdown, and Harris actually might play tomorrow night. So maybe go light on those Stevenson props.
That's a good call because Damian Harris is full participant. So good nuggets. Thank you, Capper. Appreciate it.
Let's go Pats.
Go Pats. Meanwhile, like 2 weeks ago, it was like Bill Belichick is the worst coach of all time.
Yeah.
He sucks. He's nothing without Bill.
I think he was on the rag. 81.5 you can get for Ramondre rush and receiving yards if you wanted to look to fade him.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to mess with that because I could see it being a volume thing. Like,
but if he's not getting the volume, I guess. But if
I know he's not, but I just think I know there's logic in Capper was saying, oh, they're going to let Mac's going to go off. He's going to throw the ball a bunch. I still kind of think this is just going to be a pound the rock game and they're just going to run all over the Bears. Like just impose their
40
will.
carries.
Yeah.
Both guys get home.
All right. Moving over to our first touchdown bets. I don't mind that Triquan Thornton that he threw out there.
What's the number on him?
What did he say? I don't know. I'll have to pull it up again. But
I'll
give out mine. Justin Fields 14-1. You have to play this system play. 14-1 is crazy for a guy.
Who else is gonna get it?
It's their main offense.
I know I just said all the stuff about him not running or Belichick trying to keep him from running, but I'm still playing him. If they're gonna price him like this, now granted, there's only one Bear with a shorter price, David Montgomery, but still, he touches the ball every play. Sean, I don't know if you know this about quarterback. Not all the spreadsheet nerds know this, but the quarterback actually touches the ball every play.
It's huge.
All right, who else are you playing?
All right, let's see.
What are you making a late swap?
No, I'm doing a little. Well, I also am playing Jonnu Smith of the Patriots. Again, increase in snap share. 2 catches, 61 yards last game. Seems to be getting involved a little bit more. I know Hunter Henry a little bit more as well. His snap share was pretty good earlier in the year. In the games that Mac played, he saw the decent number of targets, like in that Baltimore game. That was Mac Jones, right?
Yes.
And then Miami as well. So I think he's a live dog here at 30-1. Jonnu Smith, and then last but not least, no touchdown, 60-1. Make sure you have a little sprinkle on no touchdown. This game has no touchdown written all over it.
I remember back in the day when you used to be able to get no touchdown for 200-1.
Well, they realized
before the communists came.
They realized the
cowards, you cowards. They know what's happening on this one. That's why.
Yeah. All right. What do you got, Kramer?
All right. So like I told you, I also have Justin Fields. I'm playing Cole Kmet. First touchdown. I didn't want to get involved with anything else for the Bears, but I had to play. You know what? Actually, yeah, I'll keep it on the card. Then I'm going Hunter Henry 14-1, Patriots defense 20-1. I thought about Thornton, but his price being 11-1 scared me off. And fingers crossed, the Hunter Henry involvement lately isn't just the Zappy hour shit. It's actually the transformation of the Matt Patricia offense. And it's blossoming into the beautiful butterfly it's going to become. So I mean, Hunter Henry, I have so many shares of him in best ball, in high stakes stuff, especially in the tight end premium, where he did nothing and then he started showing up. So I mean, he's a big dude. Anyway, Patriots defense is fun. That's 20-1.
Ooh.
It's a very short price for a defense, but against Justin Fields, had to play it.
I like where your head's
had
at,
to
Dan.
play it. That was the first thing I was going to play. First thing on the card.
Okay.
I'm a little cold in the first touchdowns though. We got to get it going. Got to get the fire stoked.
Get the heater going.
What, you got to build a bet for us?
Yeah, I keep trying to build something as ugly as possible.
What do you mean? You just want to make sure you're reflecting the game we're about to watch.
Yeah. This is as ugly as I could find currently. Stay tuned at Gambling Podcast. If I can free up an ability to create something even uglier, I will put it out there. But I'm going to say neither team scores 17 points plus 600. That's it. Tie that with no touchdowns. I don't think you can do that, but
what do you mean? You can do whatever you want. It might not make the price better, but I like the angle.
So yeah, give me that's it. No team to score 17 points plus 600. Let's go.
All right. Here's mine. So I did something kind of similar, but just kept it simple. I think it's going to be a blowout. I think the Bears are going to have a hard time scoring points. Under 9.5 points for the Bears. Over 27.5 points for the Patriots. And Patriots minus 16.5. 750.
Oh my God.
That's like a 3 touchdown dog on a Sunday.
I like it, Ryan. I like it. Got some nice winning props ready to go for Monday Night Football. Hey, we're going to be back talking college football, DFS, player props, Thursday night player props, maybe even squeeze in a World Series podcast because the Phillies. And hey,
yay!
If you're an Ole Miss fan or a Texas A&M fan, gig 'em. We're going to be going to the game this Saturday at College Station. Going to be hanging out with Cameron Kerr from the Golf Gambling Podcast, producer, does a ton of behind the scenes stuff over at Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Big A&M fan, big Aggie guy. Going to be tailgating, getting after it. So if you're going to be hanging out there, hit us up in the Discord, sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Discord. Crack open some cold ones, Ryan.
In the Discord, just not around, like not too close to the computer or phone. Be careful.
Could have some issues there. Hey, toss us a nice rating review. Screenshot that review. Submit it via the SGPN app for your chance to win a $100 gift certificate to the SGPN merch store, or just use the promo code NFCBeast, 15% off everything.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, stacking the money green, and he is Ryan.
Dan Jones.
Kramer, let it ride.